poppin', everybody? It's your main man, Mr. Uptown One Love. Listen, I'm so excited today. I have the special guest in the building. My beloved, beautiful cousin, all the way from PK, now living here in Atlanta, Georgia. Listen, guys, put your hands together for my girl, my queen, Radisha Dixon. We call her Queen Desh. Welcome, sister. How you doing today?
Hey, it's your one and only Queen Desh.
Queen
Happy
Desh.
to be here.
Oh, gosh, girl, I'm so excited to have you here today.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh. Family, she's here. So, listen, we're going to have a good time today. We're going to have a great time today. I'm excited to have her down in the One Love podcast room. Listen, girl, you're doing great things, and I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
I mean, I am more than excited for you. You know, you're doing wonderful things. So tell us what's going on in your world right now.
So right now, I am actually preparing for a pageant. I won East Coast Perfect, Most Beautiful Woman back in March.
Because you are beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome there, love.
And so now, it's time for nationals. So we're getting ready for that. So I am detoxing and just getting all that stuff. I've got to go choose my dress. I've got a lot of stuff to do in the next couple of weeks.
Them pageant shows, man, you guys, I've seen them on TV and everything. Things have changed in the pageant world tremendously. I've seen things going on now I've never seen before in the pageant world. I mean, people are in all different sizes and everything, colors,
Finally.
sizes. Yeah, tell me about that. I mean, when you say that, I talked about that.
Finally. You know what? Rihanna, when she did her fashion show, I think she opened up a different world because she had like a paraplegic there, all different women.
Really?
And that's what the industry needs. I mean, no offense, but the average woman is not a size 2. I'm sorry.
That's true, especially the ladies I know in the hood. What's up, ladies?
I'm just saying, I think now they even consider plus size like a size 6.
Really?
So, I mean, that's kind of ridiculous to me.
Yeah,
but,
really. Come on.
Yeah. But anyway, now I think times are changing, at least to where they're trying to do better and allow that. And your normal Miss America, Miss USA, it's still the typical. But we have seen some women that have kind of gone outside of the norm, which is good. So I can say, yes, it is changing slowly, but we still have ways to
Because that's a lot of things, that hurts a lot of image on women. Because in your book, speaking of books, you have some great books I want to show. Listen, guys, the first book we want to talk about is Kings Don't Settle. Oh, my God. Awesome book, guys. Awesome. Amazon, correct? Get it on Amazon. I need everyone to please go to Amazon and get this book, especially you brothers out there. This book is a great affirmation. Good books are positive, and I love it. I read this thing in entirety. It's very beautiful. She also wrote a beautiful book, Queens Don't Settle. Make sure you go to Amazon and get this book as well, guys. Awesome book, great read. We need to know how to really talk to each other.
Yeah.
Not only talk to each other, but we need to talk to ourselves.
Absolutely.
And this book here has some great poems. When did you start writing poems like this and that has such great meaning to them? When did this take place? You just woke up there and just say, you know what, I'm going to write a poem? What happened? How did this happen?
But you know what? I've always had that. I think writing is one of my gifts.
Okay.
Because I asked Mom, I said, because of course I always saw myself being like a celebrity and at some point being like this international superstar, right?
Right.
And so I said,
because you have the qualities.
Vision.
Exactly.
From a very young age, I always knew I was going to be successful.
Right.
And so I said, hey, Mom, what would you say has come first, the dancing and like the performing arts stuff, or would you say writing? And she said she would say writing first.
Right.
So I've been writing since I was younger. I entered contests in, I think at least maybe middle school too.
Mm-hmm.
But I entered contests and I would win some of those. My poetry has been in some anthologies. I used to send them to anthologies when I was younger.
Really?
So they're in some anthologies that I have no idea what they are, but they're in them.
So you've been doing that stuff for a while.
Yeah. Well, when they ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Right.
A writer.
Wow.
That's what I wanted to be.
And what I like about it, because you really touched on really making me feel good as a man, because sometimes the world can be heavy on us.
Yeah.
Right. And and we don't have the feedback from a person that give us, to edify us or give us kudos.
Sure.
Because, as a man, everybody automatically thinks that we got it going on or we can handle everything. But you know what? I need some words of encouragement.
Sure.
And this book here, I really read some things that really touched me as far as, man, I needed that. When I read it, I was like, man, I felt very positive about that.
That's good.
Because as you've seen here at the home, we have those in the bathroom for our kids.
Yeah.
Affirmation, I am a billionaire, I am successful, I am great, I am this, I'm that, I am, So we have that posted around the home. And I just want to let you know, to you guys out there, you really need to go pick this book up. Get this book here. It's really, really good, especially you men. It's really good. So
men hurt.
We do hurt.
I think the way society has been set up, unfortunately, even though patriarchal, let's be honest, but it's kind of set up in a way that you guys have to sort of put on the front and not show your emotions, because remember when you're younger, you better suck it up. You don't cry. Boys don't cry. So you hold on to all those emotions. And unfortunately, when you get older, they tend to manifest into rage, into abusing women, all these other different things because you've never been taught how to actually navigate those feelings.
Wow. That is so true, because even as a coach, me coaching young men, I always tell them, get up from there. Don't suck it up.
Yeah.
You can handle it. Give me one more. But, you are correct. You're absolutely right about that.
There's a difference in, of course, in that context or in the space where you're trying to push them to do one more push-up or something, when you know that they have it in them to do that.
Right.
That's one thing. But sort of when it comes to just your normal discussing your feelings and just being honest about how he feels, how the guy might feel.
Right.
I don't think that's as open. Guys aren't being open like that because they're not really conditioned to.
Right, and we're not conditioned to without looking at each other like, man, you kind of, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
We have that stigma in the community as far as when men talk to each other, like on a down low type situation, instead of just being transparent, just talking to a brother.
Absolutely.
What do you do? How do you start? How would you advise somebody to start, to break that cycle?
I believe everybody needs to sit on somebody's couch. Honestly, I think there's actually a book named that. I forgot her name because I think she recently did a podcast with Jay Shetty.
Okay.
But I think she wrote something like, you need to sit on somebody's couch.
Meaning therapy.
Right.
Okay.
Therapy, counseling, something like you need to talk to someone about that. There's a stigma, of course, around that, a negative stigma around counseling and getting help, but it's not like getting help as if something's wrong with you. You need an outlet to just talk about it. There's so many things that both men and women hold on to.
Yes.
And we never express that and we never release it. And so it's in your body, it's mental, it's emotional, and a lot of people are carrying so much heaviness.
Right.
If you would just talk to somebody, I'm telling you, it would be like 1,000% better.
Wow. You know what? I find that, when I work in the hospice business and I see a lot of people that are just bent over with pain in their body, sad.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I often think maybe if they had somebody to talk to, they probably would be a little bit better about how they're feeling about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about the young ladies in the world today, because that's pretty much your lane. You are empowering ladies. Talk about that. Talk about the empowerment of the lady movement that you got working right now.
So the movement itself is called No More Broken Records. I'm old school, so only my old school will probably know what that is.
I like that. No More Broken Records.
No More Broken Records.
And you have a book out.
And actually, I do have a book called
No More Broken Records. So make sure you get that, guys. Get that book, No More Broken Records.
Yes. But it's a movement to empower women not to settle. And that's just, it's overall, it's not just relationships. I think a lot of times, for some reason, I'm pulled into the relationship scene.
Yeah.
And that's okay. If that's my gift and calling, that's fine. But it's sort of an overall, you're living your best life. I want all women to live their best life. And you can't really do that if you settle for breadcrumbs all the time.
With the empowerment movement that's going on, because I see a lot of sisters out here that want to be bosses. All right, they have the boss, they want to be a boss, but they don't have the boss mentality. How would you direct that? And how would you help a sister who really want to be a boss, but don't have what it takes, don't have that yet?
Well, you just have to put one foot in front of the other. Nothing is going to happen overnight.
Yes.
I didn't get here overnight. Winning a first pageant, that didn't happen the first year, for example. If she really wants to level up, she first has to make the decision to do that. She has to actually decide, like, you know what, I want something different. And she needs to do what I always say is sort of self-reflection. She needs to do the inner work. A lot of people are not doing the inner work, and they're looking on the outside for external things to validate them.
Wow.
And it's all inside first.
It's all inside.
So, if you want to be a boss, well, what do you think a boss looks like? What kind of characteristics do you think she has? What is a boss doing?
Right, right.
And you're hanging around women that aren't trying to go anywhere. You can't do that.
So basically, your person should change their affiliation.
The law of association.
Law of association. You have to change.
Absolutely.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Absolutely. Oh,
yeah. Well, we know you hang around a lot of queens. A lot of pageants. That must be a journey, though, man. That must be really tough sometimes.
You know what? I think people get caught up in the idea of stuff versus the reality of what it really takes to be successful or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Whether it's pageants or entrepreneurship, I can tell you it is not easy.
It's not easy.
And it's not for everybody. I believe everyone has it in them to do it, but most people are not going to go through the process of transformation to really get to their best self.
Right,
because
right.
I'm telling you from experience, it's rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
Like it is up and down, and there's days you don't want to do anything, and then your circle is going to change. Oh,
yes.
Your circle is going to change.
Change all the time.
Oh.
It's like a layer. You're always peeling away different layers, different people.
Change, and you're not going to be connected, and you're going to feel it. And I think people get afraid when stuff like that happens because you kind of feel
the fear of the unknown.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, okay, this person doesn't want to do this anymore, but you're kind of feeling like, okay, this is my friend. I can't not. You don't want to leave her, or it could be a him. Guy friend.
Right,
you don't want to really leave anyone behind, but at the same time, you're gonna have to do what you need to do to get there.
Wow. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So what's next for you besides the book? You got the book now. Am I fair to say there's some investment that you do now, or you are? Yes, you do. Listen, your hands are in a lot of things. So I don't know where to go because there's so many things that you're doing. You're writing books. You're doing poems. You're dancing. You have a financial institute. You teach people financial empowerment as well. So
let's
talk about that.
Okay. So as far as the investing goes, I'm in the space now where I'm learning more about stocks. But no, I'm a Forex trader. Yeah.
Okay. What is that? Explain that to.
So Forex stands for foreign exchange.
Okay.
Most people know the New York Stock Exchange, but Forex is actually much bigger.
Really?
Much bigger. When you go to a different country,
okay,
and you have to change the currency at the airport,
yes,
that's all Forex is, and you're literally buying or selling, of course.
Yes.
When you know how to look at a chart and read it. Forex. So there's Forex, stocks, options, and some people are doing futures.
Yes.
I'm only in the Forex, and I'm learning about the options and the stocks. I'm not necessarily teaching because I learned via IML, which is now called IM. I can only speak to my experience, and that's how I learned, and it has worked for me.
Okay.
There's other ways that you can absolutely learn Forex and other things, but I'm an IM, so that's how I learned, and right now I'm learning about options.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, take for instance, you have a young lady. What direction would you give a young lady who wants to get into pageantry?
She can. I guess it depends on what she wants to do because you have, your glitz, and you have natural pageants. So
what is the difference between glitz and natural?
So glitz is kind of I don't want to say fake, but it's very if you think something that's photoshopped, the equivalent of something like that,
yes.
The photos are done very nicely. Like you can tell a natural picture from a glitz picture.
Got it.
So just say more flashy. Let's put it that way.
Got it.
Just glitz.
Glitz. Okay. All right.
Okay. And then you have your natural pageants where no, they can't have flippers. Well, it depends. Like the fake teeth for like little girls. It just depends on what she wants to do. You need to, I would say, find a pageant that fits you.
Okay.
Like we kind of learn by trial and error.
Okay.
But for someone coming in now, I think if you're 100% comfortable with natural, you find your natural pageants. If you're okay with the big hair and the makeup and the spray tanning and all that other stuff, you do that. But
yes.
I'm not going to say one is better than the other.
Got you.
I've had fun in both, and all the titles that I've won have been kind of a combination.
How many titles have you won, actually? I mean, I know you most photogenic or something like that, or what else have you won?
Thinking about what's on my website. I want to say probably it might only be like 17.
Only 17?
Trust me, that's not that much compared to some others.
Really?
So.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages. I'm your main man of Uptown One Love, and I'll see you soon.
Refresh yourself on the page. Replace yourself.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? We are back from our commercial break. Listen, guys, we are very excited about what we got going on today. I have one of my special cousins in the building, Miss Queen Radisha Dixon, better known as Queen Desh.
Queen Desh.
Queen Desh.
Queen Desh.
Hey, listen. Blame it on the mind, not to my heart, okay? So beautiful. Listen, guys, we're going to take a time out and just read some of her poem, because I think it's very important that we really share the beauty that she has in her poetry. She's going to read a page from The Queens Don't Settle, and then I'm going to make an attempt to read without my glasses a passage from The Kings Don't Settle, okay? Right here, guys. So we're going to do this thing. She's going to start first, and tell the paper what's the name of this particular poem here.
Sure. And this is called Queens Don't Settle, a book of poems to empower women. The pink cover is actually the second edition.
Okay.
I have the first edition, which is a purple cover.
Okay.
They're both on Amazon.
Good.
So I'm going to read a poem called Be Selfish.
Ooh. Ladies, you can relate to that really well, just to be selfish.
Be selfish.
Go ahead, girl.
Queen, it's time to be selfish. It's time to take care of your needs. It's time to make you a priority, to get back to your goals and your dreams. It's not selfish to do things in your best interest. You've been programmed to put yourself last. It's time for you to put yourself first without explaining yourself to anyone that asks. Be selfish to get to your next level. You deserve to be happy and fulfilled. You deserve to share your God-given talents, to live a life full of fun with many thrills. Queen, it's your right to be selfish. Prioritize your wants and your needs. No more of your desires on the back burner. Being your authentic self is what the world needs.
Wow. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I love that. I love that. Now, I'm going to make an attempt to read this without my glasses, because I think this is a very beautiful poem. Your Kingness. I love that. Remember, guys, get this on Amazon. Got to get it. All right, so I'm going to focus this right here so I can get my eyes together to read this particular passage, because I thought it was really nice. Kings, work your work. Here is important. God's placed you on the earth for a reason. Every person that comes into your life may only be around for a season. Don't feel bad for making some changes. Don't put your kinghood at stake. Let go of everyone that threatens it. Losing your kingdom will be a huge mistake. You deserve all of God's riches and abundance. You deserve to live life as you will. You deserve to be loved and respected. Just remember, you have a purpose to fulfill. We need all of your gifts and talents. We need you to show up as a king. When you own who you are and what God gave you, there's no limit to the wealth it will bring you. Kings, be the man that God created. You are strong. You can handle anything that comes. You are protected, and God chose you to lead. Honor your kingness as is a gift from heaven above. I love that. I need to give my own self a clap there. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Did I do all right there?
Yes.
I did okay?
You did okay.
Oh, wow. Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful. This was one of my favorite poems, Your Kingship.
Yeah.
Your kingness.
Kingness.
Your kingness. I love that. I really, really do. I think I'm going to cut this one out or put it somewhere because I want this around all the time. This is really important.
Yeah.
Because there have been times where I've been in a slump.
Sure.
Where I didn't feel worthy of kingship.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially as a man. From time to time, we talked earlier, that sometimes it just seems like the world is on our shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we don't feel appreciated. But, you really touched something right here when you wrote that. How did you write something like that for a man, though?
I guess it's a gift. I remember I was sitting at my table, and I think I just kind of asked out loud. We all call God something different, the universe, the divine, but I think I just was like, God, I think I asked what else I could give. And it came to me to do a poetry book for the men.
Right.
And I'll be honest, I was like, what? But I literally went to my couch and I think I did the first 12 poems like that. And that's when I knew. I said, okay, this is the right path.
It's good, though. The reason why I think it's good for a lady to write a poem about a man, because you are writing about what you desire a man to really know about himself.
Absolutely.
You are
to do the work.
To do the work, yeah.
Everybody has to do the work, male or female. You can't get away from that. I just think that's why so many people are, they're hurting, but they're not sort of doing things in their best interest because they don't have the awareness. And that comes from doing the work.
Doing the work. Oh, wow.
Talking to a therapist, sitting on someone's couch. A therapist too can be a self-help book.
Right.
I have read so many self-help books, and that has helped me to get to where I'm at. It wasn't always the seminars, because I do a lot of personal growth and self-help seminars too. But I've read a lot of books on personal growth and personal development, and that is your couch.
Right.
So, reading stuff like that helps you, because just like in my book, how it's reflectional, and I ask you to write things out,
yes.
A lot of the books that I have done, they do the same thing.
Right.
And when you write things out, there's something in that comes from here.
Right.
And that's part of the work.
Yeah.
And you start to heal.
That's important, because that's scripture also. Write your vision now.
Right.
Write
Make it plain.
Make it plain. That's very important out there. Ladies and gentlemen, as she was saying, write your dreams and write the visions down.
Yeah.
So that you can see it mentally or physically, you can see it on paper. And what happened, the universe, God, whoever you want to call him,
right.
The world will start putting things in perspective, lining up to what you wrote. And that's very, very key.
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
key.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what else is next for my sister? What you got? What do you want the people to know about what you got else is going on?
Well, after the pageant.
Now, I seen you do some dancing or something. I seen you do a play or something. What is that about? Because every time I see you, you're doing something creative.
Right. Creative, yeah. So since moving to Georgia, I've only been to one dance studio. But yeah, back up in the DMV area, I had a home studio, and that's kind of where all the music videos that I did were through them. We have some dance music videos, and then we had the recitals, the normal recitals that we have. So yeah, that's there. I just haven't found a home dance studio here yet. But the one that I am thinking of just moved to a different location. So kind of once they get fully settled in, I'll probably check that out. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about like teaching young ladies the pageantry world or the acting world or anything of that nature? Because I have a connection for you if you want to.
You know what? I'm open. I get like a spiritual reading every year, and
tell me about that, because that's interesting. I like spiritual readings. I like that. I'm not taboo towards that. I'm good. I'm open towards understanding that type of thing.
I get a spiritual reading
without feeling so freaked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some people who are too religious, too holy, and
right.
You know,
I'm not like that.
I can't get with too holy people.
I'm not like that.
Right.
Well, too holy and too Bible-y.
Right.
I don't like people to attack me with Bible scriptures.
Right.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But yeah, I get a spiritual reading every year, and I think a couple of years ago, she said like something. She mentioned the arts, and I think she mentioned something with dance, like, I see you teaching people, or something that had to do like me teaching people, and like she heard them saying, oh, can you teach me that? Can you teach me this? And so that could be the dance, it could be the pageant. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to trust what I'm led and guided to.
Right.
So we'll see. I have a profile on Backstage.
Okay.
So, the modeling and the acting, all of the sort of performing arts creative stuff, I get a lot of my castings from Backstage.
Yes.
The acting more so, the acting too, but it comes from Actors Access. So possibly, I'll just say, you never know, I could be on a reality show soon.
Well, you know what? I'll be one of your supporters.
Oh Lord.
I will be a major supporter. I'll come on the Doggone Podcast and let everybody know, hey, my girl is Queen. It's on a podcast, on a show, reality show. Let's tune into it.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. Well, you know what? I'm really excited for you because, you're doing wonderful things. And I tell you, your ancestors will be greatly proud of you. As you see my wall over there, back to our roots there, our ancestors over there, you're part of that lineage, and they will be special. My lovely Uncle JD, your grandfather, he will be greatly proud of you to see the great accomplishment that you have done. That's important. That's important that we keep that in front of us because they laid a foundation for us. In so many ways, so many ways. They may not have been, movie stars, or they may not have been, dancers, but they laid a foundation for us, especially with love and family, because that's very important. How do you feel about family, speaking of that? How important is family to you?
Family is important. I would say after losing my sister, with my aunt, but she was more like my sister. After losing her, it definitely changed things. It puts things in perspective. I think loss changes you.
Yes, loss.
Yeah. And so a lot of things have surfaced for me. I'm still dealing with grief, honestly. It's like a day by day thing. That's all I can really say. But I would definitely say, we try to get together now more often because of that.
Yes.
I think we're communicating better. I'll say that. And I think even between both sides of my family, because, my dad's side too knew who she was. And I think it helped everyone kind of get their papers in order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I want to end on a positive note. I just want to let you know that I'm very proud of you, young sister, You make a change in the world by one person at a time.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take one person at a time to make this thing the way that we need to be.
Yeah.
You know, we can't do it in one setting. It may not even be our generation. It may be the next generation of kids. But we are striving to do better day by day.
Sure.
You know, keep your head up high. All right. Keep your smile on your face.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys, I'm your main man, Mr. Uptown One Love. I want to thank my beautiful cousins for coming this week. I'm going to call you the queen.
Thank you.
For coming by the Uptown room. And we really appreciate her. Listen, make sure you get her books. Get all of her books. Make sure you show that book there, girl. There you go. There you go. Make sure you get this book here and give me that there. I'm going to put this on. You got it, guys? And we really appreciate you. Listen, I'm your main man, Mr. Uptown One Love. And I'll see you at the top. Be encouraged one day at a time. Deuces, baby. Hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's your main man, Mr. Uptown One Love. Listen, make sure you continue to tune into my podcast show. We got some great events coming up. I really thank you very much for all your love, your help, and your support. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Once again, make sure you like, subscribe, and share on all your social media sites, okay? I'm your main man, Mr. Uptown One Love. I'll see you guys at the top. Be encouraged. Deuces, baby.
This girl, they grab you, now you're technically so like this girl. Choose, stick by the few.